Drafting papers with research. A research paper should center on your ideas while connecting the ideas of others on the same topic. Review your findings. Review primary and secondary research questions. Identify key discoveries. Look for connections between sources. Look for discrepancies between sources. Look for gaps. So you've discovered information through research, and your paper will allow you to share your finding. We begin by reviewing our material, which means you read. You actually read it. Basically decide what you want to use for your papers. Were you able to support the answers to your primary question, your thesis? Were there any surprising discoveries you feel you need to share? If there are discrepancies, do you need to address them as a counter-argument or an antithesis? Imagine your paper. Think about organizational clues. How will you use your source material? To deepen your thesis by questioning it. Do sources support your thesis? Think about the material you have found, your essential questions and answers, thesis and support, and any conclusions you have come to, and imagine what this paper will look like. Compare it with the articles you researched. Ask, how did the authors organize their material? Learn from them. Think about how you plan to use your sources as background info, principles or theories to build your body, excerpts to add credibility to your thoughts, case studies, facts to prove your answer/thesis. You may have to revise your thesis. Try reviewing it from the reader's point of view. On to organizational pattern. Order your writing around key sources, traditional organizational patterns, outline in class. Sources should enhance, not dominate. However, you may order your writing around your sources. You can use the 5-paragraph essay because it is familiar to you. I do not expect you to use it. Please do not list all of your sources without elaboration. Remember, the sources are supportive of your ideas, so include them with the sources. For example, a quote. Explain how the quote fits in with your topic. So basically what I'm saying there is don't just pepper your paper with facts without explaining why you chose to use them. Remember to use transitions. Each paragraph should be connected. The paper should not be separate paragraphs. Work on your outline. Drafting strategies. Write systematically or write freely. Respect your sources. Use evidence to support your reasoning. When you begin to write, think about what makes sense for the topic as well as your style. Writing systematically uses a detailed outline. The paper then follows the outline exactly. It is logical. Writing freely by reading through your material and just start writing. Both of those ways work, but personally the systematic format works for beginning writers because it is structured and organized. Either way, you must incorporate your research material, which leads to giving credit where credit is due. When you use a quote, a statistic, or any piece of info that is not yours, cite it within the text. Use MLA parenthetical citations. Author page number in parentheses after the quote, after the statistic, or whatever information you pulled from the resource. If there's no page number, just simply put the author in parentheses. And if it's a no author, put the website in parentheses, and the end punctuation follows the parentheses. It does not follow the quote, the information, what have you. The end punctuation follows the parentheses. The source cannot stand alone. Remember, it is evidence supporting your reasoning. Do not put entire copy and pasted paragraphs into the paper. When you do this, your thoughts are lost. Also, don't forget your audience. Do not go over their heads, and you will if you do not define terms. Using source material for the right reasons. Use your sources to deepen and develop a point. Support point and your thinking. Give credibility to your point. Bring the point to life. Address counter-arguments. Using quotations with restraint. Basically, quotes are read. Keep your quotes relatively small. You do not want to overpower your thoughts and ideas. And on that note, include your interpretation of the quote. Analyze the ideas and show how it relates to your thesis. Smooth integration of source. Relate all source material to your thinking. Let your ideas guide the way. Ask yourself, what does this information mean? Have you ever read an article with a quote, example, statistic that did not make sense? How can we incorporate the sources smoothly? Connect with transitions. Integrate thoughtfully. State and explain your idea. Identify and introduce the source. Summarize, paraphrase, or quote the source. Use the source by explaining, expanding, or refuting it. Further develop your ideas by referring back to it. Document your sources in MLA format in text and include a works cited page. Explain your in-text citations, parenthetical citations after a quote, paraphrase. I want to remind you of the tools that are available that can help you with MLA. That is the Purdue OWL with MLA citations, also Noodle Tools Express Citation Machine, as well as the databases on our website. They also include a citation generator. Don't forget the heading and page number with your last name. Good luck.